I'm gonna share a story with you real quick. I'm real cool with Tyree Simmons. You know who Tyree Simmons is, right?
Tyree.
DJ Drama.
Oh yeah, for sure.
DJ
you call him Tyree?
That's how I know him.
Damn.
I've probably been knowing Drama before you. I've been knowing Drama.
for sure.
Tyree.
If you call him Tyree, you definitely know
he
him.
had dread. I know the dreadlock.
I don't know that guy.
I know the dreadlock Drama.
I don't know that guy.
So, fun fact: me and Drama used to DJ a club called Yin Yangs.
Okay.
We used to DJ for $30 a night.
Wow.
We used to see you at 112 in that car.
The white joint?
White joint.
Yeah.
Before I even knew.
Wow.
See you at 112 in the parking lot.
Yep.
Parking lot pimping for real.
Parking lot pimping,
Yeah, that was the thing.
Trying to get that front parking spot in the front by
and
the door.
And the atrium, 112, all those spots. I used to see you riding around. Yeah.
You and Drama, well, Drama's in the book a lot, you know, particularly around the gangster grills. What's your, you guys still working?
Yeah, no, I'm actually proud of Drama, man.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about that the other day, just like, if building a brand is building your brand, he definitely switched it up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He got some good guys around him. Shout out to Lake and Ken and all those guys. Nah, man, it was crazy because, me and Drama been through, we had wars. we had shootouts.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? We had all type of shit. But Drama, at the time, Coach K knew Drama and I didn't.
Right.
I just saw he was doing for Tip.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, I got to get him to do me a tape. And he wouldn't do a tape at first. Like, I believe that my brand wasn't strong enough, which I respect. But at the same time, my music wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to figure it out.
Right.
So when I finally got him to do it, I'm like, yo, I'm going all in. So he did a tape. It was called, the first version was called G's Up. But then we changed it at the last minute to Streets is Watching. So I was just like, how y'all get off the tapes? And it was like, we sell them. How much y'all sell them for? It's like $5, $10. In my mind, I'm like, shit, that's worse than what I just came from. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm going back to breakdowns. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just bought 100,000 of them.
Right.
And I started going to this club on the east side called Prime Time because it was like the most popping club on Sunday. And we just go out there every Sunday like clockwork and put them on people's windshields and pass them to people when they come out of the club because it was like the premier club. Yeah. And we would do that and go to Magic City. That's how we was doing that. So we did that for about 7-8 months. And then they called me for a show, right? And I'm like, well, shit, because we had a number on the CD.
Were you surprised? Like,
I was surprised with the number. The nigga said $100. I'm like, shit, I can't even put gas in this Ferrari I'm driving, man. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
And then coach was like, no, you should go take the money. So I go over there, do the show. Of course, nobody was fucking with me.
Yeah.
They just called me because the number was on the phone and on the CD. So nobody really like came to see me. It was just a regular club night.
Right.
And I was just like, damn, man. So I'm telling coach and him, I'm like, I got to do another tape. And then, I kind of, got back and was doing my thug thing, trying to get my money up because I just bought all this and I'm doing that. And I was like, I'm just riding down the street one day down Peachtree and I see this shirt and it says Vote or Die. Right? And I'm just like, I got it. And I called my man, I said, we're going to do Trap or Die.
Right.
That was the inspiration for
that. Was the inspiration for
Wow.
And then he was like, he's like, okay, but what are you going to do different? And I said, I'm going to do a DVD. Because I had did the Smack DVDs.
Okay.
Right? But I was just on like an episode. I didn't have my own.
Right.
But at the time, the DVDs was like huge. Right? So I did Trap or Die. Instead of 100,000, I pressed up 500,000.
Right.
And we gave them out all around the world, from Miami to Detroit.
Wow.
We just went everywhere. Everywhere I was, because I was on a Def Jam promo run.
Right.
So I just filled up their van. And like we go to Alabama, I just pass them out.
Yeah,
I pass them out. We have a club day here. Just passing them out. By the time I was done with the CDs, I'm back in Atlanta, I'm back in the city. I'll be pulling up in my homeboys' trap houses and shit. And I would walk in there and they'd be watching Trap or Die DVD and I just be so confused. I'm like, nigga, I just left y'all niggas. Like, y'all know me. Like, I didn't get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when it was starting to happen because now they're starting to believe.
Right.
And shout out to my homeboy Westside Blue. I played him Trap or Die. And he was just like, man, you got it, dog. You about to be out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that shit just started happening. We would be in the club, like you say, 112 when they moved it across the street from Visions. And I would be in the club and people would just walk up to me and be like, yo, Jeezy, man, I love your music. And it was the weirdest shit ever because you got to think you're a street guy. You're not used to people approaching you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? About after like the 8th person, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then I started to understand it was the music, right?
Right.
and how I knew it was real. One day I'm coming through the toll because I had a house like up north, and I'm coming through the toll in my car, top drop, pulling through. And when I came through the toll, it was like a line of cars, and I just see these girls, they're blowing the horn, and they like smashed the Trap or Die Trap or Die CD against the window.
Right.
And I was just like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
I've arrived.
And it went from that to like me going to the mall, like Lenox. You know, I used to go to Lenox and go shop and walk around.
Right.
So I might be walking around Lenox and be people following me around. Yo, Jeezy, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just starting to happen. You know what I mean? It was happening fast. And shout out to DJ Drama, because what we put together was magic, man, because every DJ, because that's what the conversation was with Jazzy Faye and all those guys, was don't do a DJ version of the tape because nobody's going to play it. But that's exact opposite. Everybody played it in the club. With the drops and everything. Yeah, and that's what was different.
That's
you know what
rare.
I'm saying? So me and Drum kind of came up together there. Because I had the music and he had the foresight to put it together. Because this how I knew, like, he's talented. I gave him the same music that I had. And when I heard it back, it gave me goosebumps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew he was. I was like, okay, this is for real.
Yeah.
When he brought that shit back and you know.
Right.
You talk about being horrible in the book too.
As far as music?
Music, yeah.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
writing a lot of horrible raps, and then
I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I love music, but it was just like, I don't know, like, I just, you know how I go. You seen Straight Outta Compton, man.
of course,
You know damn well Easy E wasn't.
You find out he's punching every record.
he was punching every
1,000,000%.
Right.
1,000,000%.
You can hear it in hindsight.
1,000,000%. If you
Okay.
find some old Jeezy records, we got to shut this shit down.
It's legendary stories. Yeah, no, that's a fact.